Hey guys, welcome back to MindBodySoulVolution. And for this video, I'm going to be sharing about my own MindBodySoulVolution. And in doing so, in wanting to do so in as authentic a way as possible, I have to tell you guys, I've had a rough week. I've had a really rough week, especially the last 2 days. Oh. Oh yeah, the last 2 days have been a doozy, you guys. I don't know how it's been for you, but like it's been rough. Yeah. And the challenges have come in so many different ways and aspects of my being. I'm being thrown challenges of a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, etheric, energetic, astral level, you name it. Like it's all my bodies are being challenged at the, at the moment, and with things for me to look at and examine about myself and about how I view things. So I thought I would share authentically about what's going on for me and these challenges because, as I was shown, my sharing could potentially help shed light for you about some aspect of your own challenges on your path that might help you. So here we go, right? Okay, so I wrote a few things down because I wanted to hit a few points and I didn't want to miss anything. So the first thing I wrote is awakening is ongoing. Awakening is an ongoing process. This one has been huge for me this week because in so many different ways, Okay, you guys, see, after you experience some earth-shattering, life-changing, uh, mystical, magical, awakening, or Kundalini rising experience, whatever, guess what? The awakening continues. It doesn't stop. It's not like some timer goes off, ding, you're done, you're baked, you're finished. No, no, you guys, no, it continues. It goes on and on. Okay, and so even for, like the most awakened beings, all experience ongoing challenges, trials, tribulations in their experience, in their path. Even some at times to such a degree that it could be viewed as a dark night of the soul, quote unquote. Okay, and we all experience those challenges. None of us are perfect. We are all human, and yet we're not human, but we are human. All of us, and we all make mistakes. And even the great sages, saints, masters, whatever, all, made mistakes, even after their awakening experience, their initial awakening experience, whatever, because it wasn't, like I said, an ongoing process that continued till the day they left their physical incarnation. And they continue to learn from their mistakes, okay? Because this great perfection that we talk about and we strive for on the spiritual path, what is also known as, like it's known by many names, the great perfection, the divine union of divine feminine and masculine energies within the self, alchemical wedding, or, the lighting up your Merkaba, your chariot, your golden chariot, or your light body, or your diamond body, or your body of perfection, or your ascension body, whatever you want to call it. It goes by many names, but this state of being, a high vibratory state of being that we talk about reaching, this ascension level that we talk about reaching, it doesn't occur, um, or rather, it, 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 it is one way of perceiving a great perfection within oneself, but it doesn't mean that we're perfect and we don't make mistakes. The perfection is in embracing our imperfections and not hiding from them or shirking our duties to face them and work through them. And that is the great perfection. Not that we become suddenly perfect and never make mistakes, okay? That's just an unrealistic expectation some people place on awakened being, or the concept of an awakened being, okay? And some of the difficulties that I've been experiencing this week regarding this topic are surrounding the fact that, if you work with people in like consciousness coaching, or you help people to connect to their intuition, and develop their intuitive abilities, or to learn how to drop into an intuitive flow and live from a more intuitive place, a more intuitive life, that sort of thing. If you're a teacher of truth, or anything like that, I've seen a lot of people seem to place this set of unrealistic expectations on you, like you never make mistakes after that. And also in your personal life, you never have any adversity or challenges or suffering that you experience. And again, that's just simply not the case. That's just not realistic, you guys. If anything, some of the challenges and trials and tribulations increase in complexity, or degree of difficulty, because you've already learned how to handle those things. In fact, that's the whole point of it, is that you now get called to rise to new sets of challenges. And that's that's how. It's not like you're done. Oh, I'm awakened now, I never have to experience any sort of challenges or difficulties in my life again. Yay! No. So that's been coming up for me big time this week. And what else do I have here? I have oh yeah, so fear of judgment from others, as well as, and this may be even worse, fear of judgment from self. That's been a bitch this week for me. That's been tough. That's come up big time for me, because, well, with some of the physical challenges that I've been sharing about, with this injury on my neck, with my protruding disc between C6 and C7, um, I and it's pushing on my spinal cord and causing a tremendous amount of pain to shoot down my shoulder blade and down my arm, right down my right arm, all the way down to my hand and my fingers. And guys, I am way past the pins and needles and tingling sensations part of this injury. Way past that. It straight up downright feels like I'm being stabbed sometimes, in especially my elbow, my right elbow. Um, but at different parts of my arm, it at times feels like it's getting stabbed, and or there's lightning bolts shooting down through my bones all the way down to my fingers, or like my bones and nerves are made of steel cables and they're clanging against each other, or they're connected and someone is yanking on them really hard. That's how it's felt, okay? And along with that, like I said, there's disrupted sleep. I haven't had solid, undisturbed sleep in over 2 months now. Do you know what that does to your emotions and your ability to manage and control strong emotions that arise. Yeah, it's challenging, to say the very least. Okay, and to experience such strong uh, uh, bouts with pain, and so frequently throughout the day and night, nonstop for so long, it really does a number on you, on your patience, on your irritability. It pushes your um, everything. Okay, it pushes your fucking everything. All right. It's been really challenging, and in terms of the concept, healer, heal thyself. Okay, it's so easy for me to start going down that avenue mentally of kicking myself, because if I'm studying and working on all these different modalities, and all this knowledge base that I've been building and expanding upon for years now, and I can't seem to just heal myself now. It's just like I'm finding myself being just as impatient as I sometimes point out in others. And see, you can't judge a book by its cover, and you can't be quick to judge others, because then, no sooner than you do, you get hit with the same, with the same challenges, in different ways, but similar themes to the challenges. Okay, and yeah, so that's been huge right now, with my physical pain, and granted, I have been able to develop a level of mastery with redirecting my attention away from physical pain in times of excruciating physical pain. And yeah, even to a freakish degree, might I add. Yes. But even with that, after experiencing so much pain so much of the time for over 2 months, that'll push and test anyone, and it's hard to redirect and shift your focus away from pain, from that intense of a pain, that much, so much, so often. But then again, I'm finding that instead of trying to do my usual tactics of tuning the pain out, I'm learning this time to instead dive deeper into it, to lean into the pain and process through it, through the heart of it, and let go. And breathe through it and acknowledge it, but not let it grip me and not let it control my reactions and responses and my emotions, which is, like I said, not easy, but it's what I'm working with lately here. And yes, I'm a little bit tired. It's been tough. It's been rough these past couple of days, as I said, especially. And I go to physical therapy. Started going to physical therapy 3 times a week. I went last night, and it is helping. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. And right now, I'm leaning into, like I said, more of my. I'm learning to really, like walk my walk instead of just talking my talk, and really dive deeply into my modalities that I usually lean on, but even more so now, more deeply, like my qigong. Oh my God, qigong has been a goddess send. So amazing for working with the stuck energies and moving energies and getting energy to begin flowing, which then helps to bring more healing to the area in need. Anyway, qigong's wonderful. It's amazing for whether you have an injury or not, whether you have an illness or a condition or not. It's amazing, and I'm finding it to be really helpful now with this. So that's good. I'm learning to dive more deeply into that. Um, and then what else did I write? Oh, this is a good one. The last one of the big, challenge that I want to share with you that I've been dealing with this week is my looks. My looks, you guys. My looks as a woman, as a 47-year-old woman who does not seem to fit the usual societal constructs and beauty standards laid upon by our society on a 47-year-old woman, on what a 47-year-old woman should be striving to look like or do to her hair, for example, when she's gone all silver white and gray and whatnot. And um, how do I feel about it, and the fears that begin to seep in as I'm making these videos, because I'm thinking, oh, how am I going to be received because I don't look like the normal beauty standards? Is that going to prevent the message from getting out or reaching people? You know what? I have to let that go. I have to let that all go, because number one, it's not going to change. Okay, it's not going to change because yes, I'm aware of the societal constructs for beauty for a 47-year-old woman, but I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm gonna, it's not gonna stop me from being who I am. Okay, plain and simple. I am me. This is who I am, and um, I don't want to dye my hair. I'm good with it. I'm finding I'm really comfortable with it, and if I don't fit your constructs or ideas of beauty, so okay, so be it. And that's how it'll appear in your mind. I don't know what to tell you. But for me, I've learned to, I'm learning continue on a continual basis to not even think about some of the comments or some of the things questions that I've gotten, which are kind of funny. And like one, like somebody asked me why I did this, like why I did this to my hair. And that it was a really ballsy move, and like how can they get it done? I'm not trying to laugh at the person, but it's just, it's like, how did I do this? Okay, I'll tell you how you do this. Okay, you attend the school of hard ass fucking knocks for your entire life. Okay, and then you finally say fuck it all to all those constructs and those false paradigms that they tried to pound into you, and you finally say fuck it, and you walk away from that. And then all you do, check this out, this is the beauty of it, all you do is you wash your hair, you brush it. Oh, and I enjoy, you enjoy, enjoy brushing your hair. Oh my God, I'm coming to love it. With a big fat ass paddle brush. I brush, and like I feel the sensation of the bristles like rubbing and tickling my scalp, and it feels so fucking good. It feels so good. It's like I'm enjoying it. Okay, so yeah, so do that. Yeah, sure. Enjoy brushing your hair. Enjoy the feeling, the sensation of it. Um, Wash it, and what I say, wash it, brush it. Yeah, that's it. Because I mean, I've gotten a haircut, one haircut in the last 3 years. Yeah. That was last year while I was living at the Buddhist monastery. During that time, at some point, I got a haircut, and that was it. So, and that was the only haircut I got in 3 years. So, yeah, that's how to achieve this lovely, gorgeous, delightful look. the I don't give a fuck about what society says a 47-year-old woman should look like look. I barely ever wear makeup. If I do, I don't wear much. Although sometimes every now and then I do it up when I want to. Okay, I do me, you do you. It works better that way. Okay, so I don't see why that should matter anyway. Because if I'm coming on here and I'm pushing through all those fears of what people may think of me because I don't fit their societal constructs. So I'm not trying to pursue those constructs. I'm not trying to measure up to those beauty standards or whatever. I don't care. I'm here, and that goes to, the ending of what the notes that I took to share with you is ultimately with all those things, all those challenges that I've been facing these past couple of days, with, you know, fear of judgment from others because I'm an awakened being, and I'm on a continual awakening process or unfoldment on my path, and I'm verbal about it. I'm openly verbal and vocal about it, and but that doesn't mean I'm perfect, and I'm still going to make mistakes, and I'm still going to learn from them, and I'm still going to see them as what they are, opportunities for me to learn from them, and face and clear more deeper darkness within myself, and negative programming that I'm still continuing to face as it comes up. And what helps me get through these times and through these massive fears, like, it is to remember why I'm doing it, to remember that, to reconnect with the why. Okay, because the purpose, being on purpose really keeps you lit. Okay, and really keeps things lit for you and clear, because that's what I keep going back to. Because, like, for example, the videos I've done so far already on my channel that I've already uploaded, and the stories and experiences I've shared already with you, I've already been ridiculed and put down for sharing those experiences, even by some close family and friends who just, aren't able to accept that, at least that's my truth, whatever, that those were my experiences, and that I'm sharing it truthfully, that and knowing that as I'm sharing these things, before I even share them, that number one, I've already been ridiculed and put down for them, and number two, that I'm already, no, I know that, yes, in a way, I'm expecting, that could be the case, that I'm potentially opening myself up to people ridiculing me further for saying these things. But you know what? I'm being asked with a capital A, called with a capital C, and I'm answering the call with a capital A and C, whatever, and I'm doing it with all my heart with a capital H, like I like to say. And this is big, this is important. Okay, this may sound all corny, whatever, but pushing through those fears and still making those videos and recording the accounts and the stories, and me retelling the experiences as I was being asked to do, is all worth it. That's the purpose of doing, and the feeling I now can draw from knowing that I did that despite the fears, I pushed through, and did it anyway. Because, like I said, none of us are perfect. We're all human. We're not human, but we're also human. And in that human aspect of ourselves, we recognize and realize that we do have imperfections that we don't stuff down and try to shove out of the way and out of sight and shove under the rug. No, we allow them to come up, especially if they're wanting to come up, they're coming up, and we face them and we deal with them in spite of our fears. To show up in the best way we can in every moment of every now. And that's all we can do. And that's all we're being asked to do. Right? So again, every moment, each and every single moment, every experience is an opportunity to both allow yourself to open up to being molded by the experience and being shaped by it, as well as learning how to shape through these experiences, shape our experiences, our further experiences through the experience. So become the molded and the molder simultaneously, right? That's the gift of every single now. And that's what I'm sharing with you, that I'm really learning to do, despite these particular trials and challenges that have come up for me this week, which have been yeah. But I hope it has helped you for me to share, because here's another little tidbit I'm reminded of with this whole everything I've been talking about in this video. There was a fortune cookie I got a couple of months ago that was really great. It was beautiful. Okay, and it wasn't like the usual fortune cookie message. It said, the difference between a saint and a sinner is that the saint kept trying. Isn't that beautiful? I loved it. When I got it, I loved it, and I really resonated with it, and I felt it was like, the universe sending a message to me, and it was, it very much was. So, take from this sharing what you will, and I hope you take what helps you, and don't take what doesn't, what doesn't resonate for you. But yes, we all face our challenges, and I'm certainly no exception. I'm not exonerated from dealing with difficulties and challenges on my journey. And hopefully this has helped you, and I wish you the best. I send you so much love and so much healing thoughts on your journey as I, work on my own healing journey, my own healing path. I will continue to share about my experiences in my own mind, body, soul evolution. And until next time, much peace, love, and light to you guys, okay?